Hi there. To do these questions, we are required to find equal to -2. The slope for the other line should be a number that when we multiply -2 by it, we should get -1 at the end. So definitely the slope of the other line is equal to 1 over 2 because if we multiply these two numbers, this is the slope of the first line. For example, this must be the slope of the second line because when we multiply these two numbers, we will get -1 at last. 2 will be cancelled with 2. -1 times 1 is -1. For example, if the slope for a line is equal to 2 over 3, the slope of the other line, which is perpendicular on this one, it must be -3 over 2, because when we multiply them, 3 will be cancelled with 3, 2 will be cancelled with 2, and the negative stays, so it will be -1. Okay, similarly, we have a line here. It's easy to find the slope for this equation, and then likewise, we will find the slope of the line which is perpendicular to this one and passing through this point. Let's just get started. We have this equation 4x minus 2y is equal to 3. To find the slope, we need to keep y alone on a side. Okay, send 4x to the other side. It's positive here. It will be negative. 2y is equal to -4x plus 3 because this 3 here is already positive. To get rid of this -2, we are going to divide both sides by -2. We will have y alone here equals -4 divided by -2 is just equal to 2x. Positive 3 divided by -2 will be -3 over 2. It's okay if you leave your answer as fraction because it's simple and it's always correct. Do not change these to decimal because decimals in this case they are more confusing. Okay, now we got the slope of the given line. The slope of the given line is equal to 2. So what could the other line be? The slope for the other line, 2 times a number is equal to -1. What could this number be? So definitely this number is 1 over 2 because 2 will cancel 2 and for the negative. So the slope for the line that we need to find is -1 over 2. Now we know the slope of the line that we want to find. We have one point that we need. Now easily we can get the equation of the line. We have two methods to find the equation of the line. So the actual one is this one. Y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. The y1 we have here, the y1 is this number and the x1 is this number. Let's just substitute. Y minus 1 is equal to, we found the m, it's -1 over 2 x minus 2. Simplify this. Y equals, we're going to send this -1 to the other side, will be positive. -1 over 2x. This negative with this negative will be positive. It will be plus 2 and then plus 1, so plus 3. This is the equation of the line, which is, this is the equation of the line, which is perpendicular on this line and passing through this point. Let's do question 45. Remember, the product of the slopes for two lines is equal to -1 where the two lines are only perpendicular. If they are not perpendicular, the product of the slopes will not be -1. Question 45, it looks a little bit confusing, but actually it's not. It's just fraction, which is easy to deal with it. To find the slope for this equation, 5x minus 3y equals 0. So the 3y is negative, we can send it to the other side, or we can send the 5x to the other side, will be negative. So just simply 5x equals 3y. It was negative, it became positive. To get rid of this 3, because we must have y alone on a side, that's why we are dividing by 3. Divide 3, divide 3. Then 5 over 3x will be equal to y. The 5 over 3 is the slope for the given equation. Now, we have the slope. Write the slope here. Think 5 over 3 times a number will be equal to negative 1. What could this number be? So definitely there's a 5 down to cancel this 5, and there's a 3 up to cancel this 3. With this one is positive, it must be negative. Now we just got the slope of the required line that we want to find. Now what we need, we have a point, and we have the slope of the line that we want to find. So easily we can get the line. Y minus y1 is equal to x minus x1. What is y? It's a variable. Minus y1 is 7 over 8. y1 is 7 over 8 equals, we found the m, it's negative 3 over 5 x. With this negative, it will be positive 3 over 4. 3 over 4 is vx. Negative 3 over 5. 3 over 4 is the x times 3 over 5. The 3 over 5 is the slope. This negative with this negative became positive. When we multiply fractions, we are multiplying up with up and down with down. That's how we multiply fractions. Okay, and this fraction here is negative. We're gonna send this to the other side. Let's start here. Now it will be equal to y equals, this negative 7 over 8 is negative here, it goes to the other side, will be positive. Negative 3 over 5x. Multiply these two numbers. 3 times 3 is 9. Over 4 times 5 is 20. It was negative, it's gonna be positive. 7 over 8. So if we add these two fractions together, this is the equation of the line, but we need to simplify it more because these constants should be only 1. So y equals negative 3 over 5x plus, what is the common factor between 20 and 8? We can write 40 as the common multiple for 20 and 80. How many 20s are in 40? 2. 2 times 9, 18. Plus, how many 8s are in 40? 5. 5 times 7, 35. Add them. 18 plus 35 is equal to 45, 53 over 40. So 53 over 40. This is the equation of the line that we want to find. This line is perpendicular to this line, and it's passing through this point. Thanks for watching.